back at NAMM 2023 with Corey Banks from Modbap Modular, and he's got a new module, the Meridian, right?
Yeah, Meridian.
Yeah, man.
So this is a new module, it's a filter, but you know, for the system I'm developing, I wanted to do a filter, and I've always kind of had this design, but I wanted to give it, obviously, sort of the mod baptism,
yeah.
right? So this, just like with Trinity, you have these different models that you can kind of go between. Well, in Meridian, you have a left and a right side, or a west and an east side, right? So it's 2 filters, and you could choose between 4 different type of filters on either side, right? So you could do ladder, OTA, comb, or resonator. Excuse me, not resonator, but vocal format. So ladder, OTA, comb, or vocal format on either side. You could choose either one of those 4 on the left side, or either one of those 4 on the right side. And then you can also choose a different mode. Band pass, high pass, low pass, you know what I mean? And so right up here is where you kind of configure that stuff, right? Change through the modes, change through the types, like so. And then from there, you kind of have a cutoff on one side, a cutoff on another side. But then you got this middle cutoff that kind of moves. It would be like putting a rubber band on these 2, and when you move them, these would move with it, right? So it's kind of, it gives you a lot of ability to kind of shape the sound and change the sound, but then it's kind of also audio processor as well, because you have a phase shifter with panning and speed, and then depth, and then you have a drive circuit, right? And this is a digital module, by the way. You have a drive here that has a crush and a drive amount plus a tone. So when you start mixing and matching and all that stuff, and all of the white knobs are CVable down here, so you start mixing and matching and doing stuff, you could get this wide array of textures, which is as the point, right? Like most of the time I do that with performers, several different things. This is several different things, and that's kind of the way I like to do things, so you get the most bang for your buck out of that particular unit. So yeah, this is Meridian, and also, so this middle knob is called prime frequency, as in prime meridian and that sort of thing, because it's the idea of these 2 dividing points that kind of meets in the center. So yeah, that's Meridian.
That's what's up. Let's back up a little bit to the routing.
Yeah.
You can have 2 separate sides, but can you also run it in series?
Yeah. You can put it in parallel, just with this button right here. Parallel or series. Parallel or series, right?
Yeah.
And so yeah, you can easily do that just with the press of a button.
That's what's up. Quite frankly, I want to hear it, but what I really want to hear the most is probably this format mode you're talking about, because that's something I haven't seen on filters too much.
Well, that part is still in development, but we're almost there, right? So it's gonna be on there, and I'll do a special video for you all when we do that. So yeah, it's still kind of working its way to completion at this point, and we ship next month.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah.
You got some work to do.
Well, we're pretty good. We're pretty good.
So then I see a save button on here. So how many states can we save?
You can save 4 states, right? So you
That's
get
all
like
settings?
yeah, it's going to be all set, because you know you got so much configuration that you could do on it. Like, I mean, you're choosing different modes, different filters. You're able to set your other effects on there, and then, you know, obviously when you turn it off and come back on, you'll still be at where you were. But what if you're doing a set where you want to be able to drop, you know, into a new song and go to a different configuration? So this way you can always kind of get back to those different configurations.
Sure. Man, I must say, you got the full Modbap system going now with the filter, in addition to Osiris being the full voice, Trinity the drums, obviously the performer. Doesn't seem like you're stopping anytime soon. You got some more releases coming this year?
Definitely planning some more things actually for this year, and a couple things for next year too.
That's
so,
what's up.
you know, I have this vision of a full system, you know what I mean? So that's what I'm working towards, and we're getting there,
Of course, of course.
And I gotta tell you too, Osiris loves Meridian, Meridian loves Osiris. It like really is a good marriage. And one of the things that I've been doing a lot with Osiris ever since I made it is always run it through a low pass gate. And so I made this filter pingable as well, right? So you can throw a trigger in there, and it pings to kind of create these extra dynamics, and you can shape those dynamics with a shaper for either side, right? So you can get like a really sharp ping, or you could get just like a drawn out sort of, you know, envelope, like a low pass gate.
That's a nice touch, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to Heimbach. It's pinging. Well, I'm Fest. That's Corey Banks with Modbap Modular.
Yo.
We're here at NAMM 2023. Let's go see some more gear. Peace.